Hello everyone and welcome to the 2023 Ontario Business Achievement Awards, brought to you by our series presenting partner, Canadian National Railway. This year's theme is all about building the sustainable economy. And building that sustainable economy is going to have to face both the challenge and opportunity of a rapidly aging population. UN estimates show that 1 in 6 inhabitants of the globe will be over the age of 65 by the year 2050. That presents a lot of challenges, a lot of opportunities, and Ontario needs to rise to that challenge, which is why we're focusing on that theme in this episode. I want to thank our episode partner at the Chambers Plan and our leadership partners at Turkish Airlines for helping make this possible. Now, let's get into it by handing it over to my colleague Lisa Kelly to talk more about the context of the aging population.
Thank you, Rocco. The UN also has reported that by the year 2050, we're going to have more people over the age of 60 than those over the age of 15 years old. Closer to home in Canada, we have similar data. In fact, according to Stats Can, in the year 2010, 14% of Canadians were 65 years or older, and that's projected to grow to 25% by the year 2050. All these numbers actually are on the minds of Ontarians and Canadians across the country of all ages. So we went out to speak to people about aging and retirement.
I love what I do, so I'm probably going to follow in the footsteps of a lot of my coworkers and maybe in my 70s.
I would think I would stay in the workforce for a little while, maybe do something part-time. I think I still have a lot to offer.
I'll always save to retire for 60, but I don't think I'm a busybody, and I think I'll continue to work as long as I love what I do.
I'm hoping to retire at between 60 and 65.
My hope is to run successful companies, to be able to retire early. What age? I don't know, maybe 40s, 50s, but I don't want to retire too late because I want to be able to enjoy the time with my family.
I enjoy what I do, and I love the business and the industry, and I plan to keep going for as long as my body will allow me to.
I love what I do, so why retire?
I would say above the age of 60, we have a few people below the age of 50, but it's definitely an aging workforce in our office.
We have a 57-year-old and a 27-year-old automotive technician, and the guys range from age between those two.
The ages range from 19 to 53.
The age range is from, I believe I'm the youngest, 19, and I believe it goes up to 50 plus.
At our office and at my place of work, we range between 18 and 65 years of age.
The average would be probably between the 20 to 25.
We have the youngest employee at 20 years, sometimes 18 years, and the eldest is at 82.
Seasoned coworkers have more experience, especially when it comes to client support. They're more confident in their ability to do their job and in turn more effective, and they love what they do, so they tend to be really good at it.
So we bring apprentices into the garage, and our senior technicians are fantastic, mentoring them and helping them learn some of the older things. When some of the older vehicles come in and they're not sure what's going on with them, it's great to have the experienced guys around.
They're very hardworking people. They have a wealth of knowledge that a lot of us coming into the world these days don't even have, and they have the experience that they have to offer.
Just based on the experience that they have, they may have encountered a challenge in the past and be able to navigate a current challenge because of their experience.
As a young person in the marketing field, all the people older than me give me a lot of experience and knowledge that helps me do my job better, and I know that the lessons they teach me will help me out in the future as I grow.
I believe seasoned workers bring a lot to the table. They have a lot of knowledge, skills, and abilities, and that helps with our younger staff who may not obtain that same knowledge and skills ability to do their jobs.
Yes, indeed. I think they bring more experience. They bring better ethics to the table. And apart from that, is just a general way of handling situations and treating customers and just bringing more life to the whole team.
We're so very grateful to our episode partner at the Chambers Plan. Have a listen.
As a small business owner, you make a lot of tough decisions. Choosing the right employee benefit program doesn't need to be one of them. The Chambers Plan is designed to meet the needs of small businesses just like yours. It's flexible and easy to manage, with a range of features that fit your employees and your budget. And as a not-for-profit plan, your premiums remain steady year after year. Choose the plan that covers more small businesses than any other in Canada. The Chambers Plan.
Thanks again to our friends at the Chambers Plan. This is an action-packed episode. We've got more on-the-street interviews. We've got an insightful interview with the Secretary General of the International Federation on Aging. We've got some ways of passing on knowledge to the next generation you're going to want to listen to. But first, let's set it all up with our friend Lisa.
Hi, Jane. So we've heard of something called the push-pull principle recently. Have you heard of that, and do you have anything you can share thoughts on that?
Push-pull principle is a way for us as business and non-government and also government to start talking about this, this principles of retirement. In Canada and many countries around the world, what we want older people to do is remain in the workforce for as long as possible, because that's a contribution to the economy, but also to the social environment. But what we have to do when we're encouraging or pushing people to remain in the workforce is to create this environment that enables them to do what they have reason to value. And so I'm very interested about how business can create this environment.
What kind of form would some of the push take? So when we think about pushing people, encouraging them to come to our companies, which is also the pull, what kind of things, what might that actually look like?
We need to start very early, because this is not a conversation to have when a person has resigned or retired. This is a conversation that must be intrinsic to the values and principles and policies of every business. Because this is not about casting aside the value of an old person. And in that, they're really finding it very uncertain life because they've lost their identity, etc. But this is a conversation that needs to happen intrinsic to the mission, principles, and values of a company. So I would expect the CEO to embody the principles of every single person at this company has value, regardless of age. And that's how we would really start. It's intrinsic to the mission and values.
Can you share an example of an individual or an organization that is doing this well?
It's a great question. And there are many examples across Canada. I think one of the key issues is that we don't know what we don't know. And I think that's something for the Chamber of Commerce to think about. How can we actually bring together these examples of good practice that can be replicated and adapted? I do want to bring your attention to, an organisation, National Centre of Excellence known as AgeWell. Now, AgeWell not only is a research body in the adaptation of innovation to create environments that enable older people to do what they have reason to value, they actually connect with businesses all across Canada, and use that the business environment to test out certain situations that lead to improving the health and well-being of older Canadians.
For over a century, Ontario's Chambers of Commerce and Boards of Trade have been a driving force, supporting both communities and businesses. Through challenges, we've stood strong, connecting voices and advocating for what matters most. In the spirit of collaboration, we find strength. A network of over 60,000 business owners shaping the future of our province by driving sustainable economic growth and cultivating resilient communities. We are your community partners. Together, we are unstoppable. For more information, visit www.occ.ca/chamber-network-directory.
As always, we want to send out a warm shout out to our series presenting partner at CN.
Getting 300 million tons of freight to market and powering the economic growth of a nation? That takes a lot. It takes fortitude and focus, a strong footprint, and a commitment to reducing it. It takes partnerships, communities, collaboration. It takes a vision and care for one another. It takes all of us together into the future.
Absolutely. It's probably the key to my success currently. I've been with my company for almost 20 years, and I've been mentored by several colleagues over the years.
I'm being mentored by a mature photographer who's been in the industry for about 30 years.
I have many mentors, and I think that anybody who is starting in the workforce or even a seasoned employee should seek out mentors.
Taking over business was a challenge, so having the previous owner who's been in the industry for 30 plus years mentor me and help me through and share his experience has been nothing more than an asset.
Yes, absolutely. I think it's the only way to grow.
Yes, I have been mentored at the workplace.
I'm currently mentoring someone right now who's quite a bit younger, and I'm hopeful that I'm helping them, and I enjoy mentoring.
Any new employees that come in, we try to help them when it's their first position, especially the young apprentices.
I actually mentor a photographer that's a little bit older than me. She actually herself just recently retired, wanted to start doing something new, and so I'm helping her.
I have mentored many people in my career, and I have to say that I have learned just as much as the person that I have mentored when I was mentoring them. There's always something to learn.
Had one staff recently who decided to open up her own business. She has been in the industry for a long time but never owned or operated her own business, so it was great for me to share my knowledge that I've learned and give her the advice she needs to start up her own.
Through our business, we get to employ a lot of students, and I always look forward to mentoring and encouraging younger generations to pursue the work field.
I believe that mentoring and that cross care and knowledge is every day. For myself, I'm mentoring new people to our industry, not just based off age, but also mentoring people that are younger right out of college. And we have quite a bit of a younger workforce coming through our organization because construction's getting pretty cool these days.
We hire many younger, students or people who are just graduating, coming fresh out of college. So we do mentor. I have had chances to mentor them.
My name is Ira Baptiste, and I'm the president of Evolve Agency Group.
My name is Steve Fudge. I work with Bosley Real Estate. This is my 34th year as a realtor in Toronto.
My name is Cynthia Rose, and I am a realtor with Bosley Real Estate in Toronto.
Hi, I'm Christine Scott, and I'm the founder and president of the Accomplice Project.
So I first met Stephen in, I think, 2010. And when I got interested in real estate and wanted to start a career, you were the guy I called.
We met at a restaurant in Roncesvalles Village to guide her coming into the business.
We talked about real estate and laughed, and I felt this might work.
I first met Ira in 2007. We were working at separate agencies, but working on the same client. And Ira was the first senior level Black woman I had met.
I was so impressed with her chutzpah right away. Like, I just said to myself, this girl's got something.
There's an internal glow about Cynthia that just instantly made me go, like, you're my people. So it was like, sit down, what can I do for you?
Ira taking an interest in me helped me by understanding who I could be. Having a Black boss and role model gave me the guidance and steps I needed to develop myself authentically in my career.
The greatest lesson that I've learned from you is to understand that the journey is not linear. We're constantly learning and problem solving and being creative, and I love that.
The thing I admire the most about Ira is she has always come to work every single day as her true, authentic self. And that is something that I have decided to carry with me as part of my practice.
From the time I met her, there was this openness to want to be better, to learn from people who have had different experiences than her. She was ambitious that she wanted to be more and make the most of the industry that she was getting into.
Cynthia brings this vitality. Her energy is just so on point. She's helping me tap into what I've lost by being in this business for so long. So my wisdom is serving me, but having that new, fresh face inspires me.
I think I've helped Ira with looking at different sides of the coin.
We're the yin to each other's yang. I will be thinking something, and then she will say, can we do this?
We can solve problems together, listening to each other's points of view. And I think I've helped Ira with that.
Stephen taking an interest in me helped me because I was able to be on the ground floor. It helps me and it rejuvenates me and it makes me excited about real estate. And right from the beginning, I had opportunities that so many others didn't have, and I'm so grateful.
My advice for mentoring is to seek someone that, serves as a balance to you. Cynthia provides the opportunity for me to see my strengths and weaknesses and be able to serve her by working on my weaknesses.
The greatest lesson I have learned from Ira is the importance of a mentor who understands who you are and who you can be. And that is what I've decided to be for all the other people that I mentor moving forward.
Try not to rewrite your story. Try to be looking at the stories that are being created. Work with where they're at, not where you were.
My advice for someone looking for a mentor is to find your people. And I think when you are with people that you enjoy and who have similar values, that is when real growth happens.
Don't look for the person you think you want to be. Look for the person you think can offer you something else that you don't currently have.
Cynthia has the capacity to do and be anything she chooses. And my objective is to ensure that she knows that and can become whoever she wants to be.
Christine's greatest strength is a personality. She can read people and she meets them where they are. She knows the destination and she'll get you there.
When it's my turn to be a mentor, I don't want to fit somebody into a box or recreate me, but encourage them to be unique. And I think that's the best thing about mentorship.
Now that I am mentoring others, I hope that I can make young professionals feel as hopeful and as guided as Ira made me feel in those early years, but even today.
The Greek philosopher Aristotle said that education is the best provision for old age. His inspiration, Socrates, was still learning Persian as they came to execute him. And he said, it's because we have to continue to learn to the last moment in our lives. In a rapidly changing environment, continuous learning is going to be crucial to both help build the sustainable future and to succeed within it. Big thanks to our series presenting partner at Canadian National Railway, to our episode partners at the Chambers Plan, to our leadership partner at Turkish Airlines, and of course to all of you for tuning in. Let's keep that conversation going on social media. Join us, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Let's age gracefully. Let's build that sustainable future together.